One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here, to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea. Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.
Hello and welcome. When I started this podcast, I would say good morning, good evening, and good night. That's how it started out every week. But welcome. I am your host. I am Debra Mcglothurn. I am your host for MyTueSense. And what is MyTueSense? Well, let me tell you about me first. As I said, I'm Debra Mcglothurn. I am your host. I'm a mother, daughter, sister, cousin, friend. I'm caring, compassionate, considerate. I'm a romantic and creative and a lover of nature. I have a master's degree in business administration, a bachelor's in science and business, and I have degrees on the wall. I have 5 kids that give me degrees on that you'll never see on the wall. Get myself together. But that's a little bit about me. And what is MyTueSense? MyTueSense is I talk about things that I feel that I consider that need to be shared. So it's mostly motivation through exposure. It's not necessarily trending topics, but I will talk about some of the trending topics as I see fit. Things that matter to me and perhaps that will matter to you as well. So I will share my 2 cents. You can share your 2 cents. And together, hopefully, we can make some sense and make some minute changes in our lives and in the lives of those people around us. With that being said, if you have any topics that you would like for me to discuss, you can share that with me. We have the email on the bottom of the screen here. And actually, I have it in the comments on the Facebook. So you can see that at milenoble@gmail.com. So if you have any questions or topic suggestions, you can send them there. Like I said, we have that on the screen for you. So jot it down. So the topic for today is brave it out. And we'll get right into that after this commercial break. We'll be back.
Business owners are raving about the new talk show, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Tune in as the top experts in business share their success stories, strategies, guidance, and advice to help you grow your business. With guests from the top companies to your favorite influencers, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace is the show to watch for all things business. Our conversations are strictly business. We discuss new funding options, new business initiatives, best business practices, all things business explained. We provide you with the tips you need for your business, all in one morning business talk show. Be sure to tune in. Are you a business owner? Do you have a story to share? Are you able to help our audience? Then we want you on Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Visit the website at edgetvnetwork.net and select Be a Guest to schedule your appearance today.
And we're back. So if you are just joining us, the topic for the day is brave it out. Have you ever had something that you wanted to do, but you were too afraid to do? Or you didn't want to do it alone? You wanted to do it, but you didn't want to do it by yourself because it just gave you anxiety to do that. But it keeps coming back to you. It's like that nagging thing. I said I wanted to do this. I said I wanted to do that. I told you guys before about me wanting to go horseback riding. I eventually did go horseback riding, and it was an experience that was scary, and eventually it was really fun. But it was something that had been nagging me, and year after year, I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Have you guys made a bucket list of things that you'd like to do, and you haven't scratched off anything off of that bucket list? So this is the kind of stuff that we're talking about. Or something that you feel like you want to do, but you're afraid to do. For example, if you want to move to a new area or a new state, like I did, excuse me, let's take a sip. So I moved to California back in 2017. Now, when I came here, I had never even visited the state of California. I had not been here. I had not vacationed here. I had not nothing. I had never seen the state of California. But I was ready for a change. I wanted to do something different. I wanted to be somewhere different. I was at a point in my life where I felt like either I was going to set my roots and plant my roots there in Florida where I was, or possibly go back to Georgia. And my only reason for going back to Georgia, because one of my boys was there and he was into music, and I was going to be supporting his music and, backing him up like that. But anyway, ultimately, I decided to move to California. So when I told my family about it, especially my mom was like, "Are you sure you want to do that? You sure you don't want to go out there and see how you like it first?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." So I'm also in real estate. And something that I learned in real estate when I was in Georgia is that there's a place for everyone. So if you have certain things that you like, certain type of areas that you like, there's going to be some of that wherever you go. It's just a matter of you finding that place, finding that spot for you where you're comfortable, where you can thrive and you can grow. But if you're wanting to move, but you're afraid of moving, this is an encouragement and inspiration for you to do that. So I came here, like I said, 2017. So it's almost 9 years. It'll be 9 years next month. And I actually came on my grandson's birthday. So I was traveling on his birthday. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be traveling on his birthday this year as well. But anyway, my brother lived here. So that was one thing that made it a little easier because he was here. So it wasn't like I didn't know somebody out here. And rather, I didn't know anybody else, just him and his family, but that was cool with me. So when I came, I was excited. I'm still here 9 years later. My brother moved away, left me. He did invite me to come with him, but I had just gotten here. I was like, no, I'm not ready to leave. I had been here for maybe 3 years. No. Yeah, maybe 3 years. Almost 3 years or something like that when he moved away. But I moved here. It was a little bit of anxiety with it, but I was excited. It was more so I was excited. And I wasn't doing it by myself. My daughter was with me as well. So it was both of us, kind of in the excitement. And what was funny though, is that when we left Florida, it was a lot of rain going on out there. And my daughter was like, "Mom, you think we should get some new umbrellas? Because, it's doing a lot of rain." I'm like, "Girl, we about to move to California. It doesn't rain in Southern California." Well, that's it. The first year we got here, it rained and rained and rained so much we had mudslides. There was flooding. There was all kind of stuff. My daughter looked at me and she's like, "Mom, I thought you said it doesn't rain in Southern California." I'm like, "Girl, somebody lied to me." But that was my story about moving to California. So, was it something that you wanted to do? Do you want to start a business? Especially if you want to do it the right way. When you are concerned with being good at it, when you're concerned with doing it right, when you're concerned with following all the rules and all the steps, and you're really adamant about that, you're probably going to be pretty successful at doing it. Not if you're trying to be a perfectionist, because that will keep you from doing some stuff, but making sure that you have things in place, then you can do those things. And actually, if you want to start a business, Nikisha actually she does, and I'm going to let her put up a little blurb of her commercial where she does a little business. She helps people start their business, so you can actually get onto that. And she has a podcast actually on Wednesdays, 5 o'clock, from 5 to 6. That you can go on and join her and have conversations with her about her weekly podcast. So it's about business. She talks about whatever is going on with the chamber, but she also helps businesses create businesses, get your business started. She has a 30-day process for you to go from zero to business, right? So you can join her in that, and you can reach out to her so she can help you with that. But what if you wanted to ask somebody out? You had somebody that you're interested in and you just don't know how to ask them. You have to just do it. Just do it afraid. Just get out of your comfort zone and just do it afraid. This is her talking about showing her the 30-day. We launch in 30 days. So you go from business setup to marketing, testing, and launch, your systems and your website, and the next, what is this, next offer and training. So you can go on there and she can talk to you about that. She's a CEO, the CEO launch. She'll help you get that done in 30 days. I went out with this guy one time and I had never seen this with him. We had went out a couple of times. We had spent quite a bit of time together, but we were out at this car dealership and this guy was, we had met some people there that was really cool. He was looking at a Range Rover, and the gentleman that we met had just bought one a few days before. He wasn't there to buy one that day. He was just looking, and he wanted to show me the car, put me inside of it, right? But while we were talking to this gentleman, we were holding hands, and his palms got really sweaty. And I was like, well, why has his palms sweaty? I've never seen his palms get sweaty before, right? And we talked about it later, and I was like, because he said something about that interaction. It's like he was flirting. I'm like, the guy was not flirting with me. But anyway, do your palms sweat when you think of asking that person out that you want to get, take out on a date? That's okay. Get your paper towel, dry your hands off, and ask me anyway. Ask her anyway. It may be the best decision that you make in life. I want you to also to try new foods, try new restaurants. So I'm just going to give you some ideas of things that you can do to get outside of your comfort zone and try some things, experience some things that are different. You just don't know how much it would do for you. So if there's a new restaurant or a new food, say a new restaurant, or like, I'm not a real sushi person, but I will try different sushi. But if it's something like Thai food or, just something different that you haven't tried before, just go and try it. The first time I tried gator, I was in Florida, and it was at, what was the name of the place? It had gator in the name. I cannot think. Was it Gators? No, it was, I can't remember what it was. But anyway, I tried, and it was decent. And like, it's not like I'm going to go out and try, and eat gator on a regular basis, but it was an experience. It was something that I tried. I didn't grow up eating a lot of seafood. I was more soul food, some beans, some cornbread, some greens, some chicken, some fish, but fried hard, fillets, no bones. Growing up, that's what I did. I can do it a lot different now, but when you try some different things, even when I was little, I didn't eat broccoli and squash. Those things that went in the napkin went up under the table. But I've come to appreciate broccoli and squash, and just some other things that if you had not tried it, you wouldn't know that you enjoy it. My mom, she used to put avocados in salad. And, I didn't think nothing of avocados. So yeah, people talk about it a lot, right? But I loved when she put the avocados in the salad. It was not something that I would ever do, but I loved it when she did it. And when I moved to California, avocados everywhere. They want to put avocado in your sandwiches. They're going to put avocado in your chicken bowls. They're going to put everywhere. They've got avocados. So I knew that I enjoyed avocados in salad, but that was really the only time that I ate it back then. But when I came here, I got more into eating avocados. So it was a regular thing for me to do. But try some things that's out of your comfort zone. Try a new restaurant that's come to town. Try something that you never tried before, right? If you've barbecue. So there's, let's see, so South Carolina, for those that from the South, they have a different type of barbecue, right? If you try it, you'll be like, oh, this is not barbecue, but it is barbecue. It's just it's not what you're necessarily used to. And something that in Florida, that was the first time that I saw where people put okra in their greens. And it was like a regular thing. It's like, and at one time I didn't eat okra, and I started with the fried hard, but I love succotash, the okra and tomatoes, with or without the corn, over some rice. I absolutely love it. Tomatoes is just one of those things that I just absolutely love. But try a new restaurant. Get out of your comfort zone and try something new. So Darius Rucker has this song that's called For the First Time. And the chorus in there says, when was the last time you tried something, you did something for the first time? And when I saw that, it's like, that's like my mantra almost, but HF, happy, healthy, fit, HHFP is my mantra. But for him to say that, it just resonated with me. And it's something that I encourage people to do, to try something that they've never done. So when's the last time that you tried something for the first time, that you did something for the first time? So it just reminds you to try new experiences. So I'm going to tell you about my experience last week. You guys know what was happening with me. It was my birthday. And I'm going to talk about that when we come back from this commercial.
Good news for the Southern California business community. Now you can add your business to the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce Business Directory complimentary. We have been working tirelessly to build a list of Black-owned enterprises in Southern California. This is an excellent way for you to be a part of an expansive network and find your ideal customers, business partners, and vendors. So don't waste time. Visit blackchamberofcommerce.org today and add your business today.
And we are back. So if you're just joining us, the topic for the day is brave it out. Brave it out. So last week was my birthday, and I had this thing that I always needed a massage, right? I always felt like I needed a massage. I was achy, I was tired, because I like being active. I like being out and doing stuff, going skating, going hiking, doing something. Or at the school, racing seventh graders, like what? But I always felt like I could use a massage. And I was like, oh, I need a massage. I need a massage. I would always say that. Now, I just had a birthday last week. I turned 63. I had never had a professional massage. But I was always sharing, I need a massage. I could always use a massage, right? And I've always been the untrained but very adequate masseuse without the label. And I would take my time and I would address every part of the body, even the fingers and the toes, just getting into it, the wrist, everything, right? But I had never had a true professional massage or anything that was ever close to that. So my daughter, my baby girl, she gifted me a massage for my birthday. So it was a 90-minute massage, and it included hand and foot exfoliation. And I talked about it a little bit, and I told you guys, because I had a little bit of anxiety about it. I was a little nervous about the experience, knowing what to expect, having a little bit of anxiety because of the fear of the unknown. I knew I was going to have a male masseuse. I knew it was going to be 90 minutes long, and they were definitely going to get the fingers and toes, and it was a full body massage. So I had questions in my mind. Okay, how undressed do I have to be for this massage? I don't know. So like I said, the fear of the unknown. And like I said, I was nervous. I had anxiety. I knew I had a male masseuse, and it was like I had never been in that position. So it was a little, for me, it was putting myself in a vulnerable position, getting this massage. So after the massage, the experience in itself, in one word, it was amazing. It was amazing. So I got this, got there, and it was like it was a morning massage. And I had spoken to one of my sons about it. He was like, yeah, Mom, it's good for you to get the morning massage because, they're not tired. I don't know how they go throughout the entire day and not be tired and still be able to get that professional level massage by the end of the day. But the ambiance was nice and relaxing. When you walk in, they're going through, what your experience is. They're asking you about different focus points that you want to have, and just, kind of getting you comfortable. So the ambiance in there, they had the lights down low, the music was relaxing, and then they took you to this waiting lounge where the masseuse will call you when it's time for you. So they had some tea in there. They had some coffee and tea, but there was no hot water, so I didn't get any. I was going to get some tea, but I didn't. So we just sat there, and they had some nice, calm and relaxing music. The lights were dim and low, and there were other people that came in. And at first, because I hadn't eaten anything, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. We had to get there early because I had never been there before. I had to go through paperwork. So when we got there, it was actually before the place opened. And so I told my daughter, okay, they're not open. I go get me something to eat, and then we come back. But the door was open so we can come in, but the massage didn't start until 9 o'clock. So I get in the waiting room, and I'm waiting to be called. And I get this text message from a friend that's asking me, saying that I hope you enjoy your experience, blah, blah, blah. And so I kind of did it, texting back and, talking a little bit about my anxiety and how I felt about that. So I get into the room. They take the massage therapist comes and get me, and he takes me into the room, and he shows me where I got to be. He's like going through what it was that I wanted, where my focus points were, because when they ask you the questions, they say that you'll talk to them once you get in the room. Now, even though it's a 90-minute massage, you don't actually get 90 minutes. So you get a 5 minutes to undress, and then you have 5 minutes to get back dressed. So it's really like an 80-minute massage. But get into the room. The lights are low in there as well. The music is going. It's nice and relaxing and calming and comfortable. And so he told me he was going to step out of the room. He's like, get undressed to whatever your level of comfort is. And I was like, okay, my level of comfort. So that was, I was comfortable in that. And he's like, and then get up under the covers. It's like, I'll knock when I'm coming back to make sure that you're ready. So he comes back in, and it was just, we talked a little bit starting out, but I really wanted to enjoy the massage. So I was just like, I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to let him do his thing. I've already told him my focus points, which after the day at the beach, well, my birthday was the day before, and I spent the day at the beach. The few days before that, I had gone hiking. So I was sore. I was achy. I had sun drained, all of this, all the things, right? So it was perfect day for me to get a massage. So my focus points were my upper back, my neck, and my shoulders. But like I said, I had gotten this message just before going into massage and kind of was in my thoughts. And this experience gave me those quiet moments so I can kind of be in my head. And then I let myself just get swept away inside of allowing myself to just enjoy this massage. My eyes were closed the entire time. I continued with reflections on my life. And the masseuse, so because I'm the massage therapist, right, in my life, not trained, but I was paying attention to the things that he did and the things that he didn't do. So there were spaces that he got to where he just rested there. And I'm like, oh, I'm taking notes, like, I can use this, right? So he rested in these spots, and I'm like, about what the difference it made for me and how I can take that into my next massage my next massage recipient. But what surprised me was that because my physical touch is like one of my main love languages, and we talked about that before, although quality time is my priority, my number one, physical touch and words of affirmation would be close. They would be the number twos. Me just relaxing into this massage, it just allowed me to just enjoy it so much. And I was really concerned about the 90 minutes. And at one point he told me, he's like, okay, Deborah, he's like, go ahead and turn over. And when I turned over, so I started out on my back. And when I turned over, I felt tears roll down my face. I'm like, tears roll down my face. Now, I knew that I had welled up at times because I was just in my head and I was in those moments and I was in my life and I was just, reflecting and going through all the things, right? So when I turned over and I'm like wiping my eyes because I got tears rolling off my face, right? But it just told me that I needed this. And I was like, okay, I needed this. And so I did that. Now, I was concerned about the 90 minutes being, such a long time. But when I tell you how quickly the time flew by, now I felt myself fall asleep at least twice. And like I told you, I had some surprising tears as well that came along with that. And then he asked me if I needed some water. And I was like, oh, sure. Thank you. Now I'm thinking it's a break. He's like, and then you can go ahead and you put your clothes back on. I'm like, put my clothes back on. Time was over. But to say the least, I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. And I wouldn't say that I would do it on a regular basis, but I would definitely do it again. It was experience that I feel like I needed to experience. Why did I take so long to experience that? If you haven't ever done a massage or gotten a massage, get it, take it. And I purposely wanted to just completely enjoy it. So I closed my eyes. I talked a little bit. When he got to a spot, I'm like, you feel that? He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, he knows what he's doing. I'm gonna let him handle that. But like I said, I wouldn't do it on a regular basis, like every month, every couple of weeks or whatever. I wouldn't do it like that, but I would definitely do it again. It was definitely an enjoyable experience. I don't have any qualms. I felt super comfortable, super relaxed, and it was nothing like what I thought. Even though I was going to do it anyway, even though I was afraid, not necessarily afraid, I had anxiety, a little bit of anxiety, just about it because I didn't know, like I said, the fear of the unknown. So we're going to take a commercial break and we will be right back.
Are you ready to change your life? Let us help you. At Youth Build Charter School, you can get a high school diploma and kickstart your dream career in no time. We offer high school diploma programs in construction, CNA, military, college, and entrepreneurship. If you are between the age of 16 and 24 and you want to manage your studies with a job, recover your credits, or graduate early, we can help you achieve your dream. Call us at 1-888-395-4408 or visit youthbuildinlandempire.org.
Okay, and we're back. So again, we're talking about, what are we talking about? Brave it out. We're talking about brave it out. I'm constantly and always going to give you ideas of challenges to put yourself on. And this is no different. I want to challenge you to do something for the first time. Make it a regular thing. Make it a weekly thing. Make it a monthly thing. Whatever it is, just make it something where you do something. You consciously are doing something outside of your comfort zone, outside of an experience that you've ever had, something that you can learn and take on. I spoke to some students earlier today, and we talked about some things that they wanted to do. And a lot of times kids don't know what they want to do in life. And one of the things that I was telling them, just don't be afraid to experience. If you're invited to do something or participate in something, definitely do that. So we're going to talk about a little bit about, some of the ideas of different things that you can get involved with, different things that you can do. But I want to encourage you to get involved in the local experience. The stuff is always going on in your community. She's going to bring on the screen some of the things that's going on with the chamber, some of the things that you can get involved in, some of the monthly mixers. Each of the chambers, they have their own mixers, and they have different ideas, different topics, different speakers that they can come on and talk about, different topics or whatever. They have speakers. They have opportunities for you to do, if you have a business, for you to be a vendor for them. There's a mixer. Some of them have it on Monday, some of them have it on Tuesday, some of them have it on Thursday. So whatever day of the week, I'm sure there's somewhere that you can find a mixer that's going on. Along with that, if you want to participate with the chamber, or you can, any of the events that they have going on, you can be a volunteer. Volunteering is a great way for you to get exposed to different things. So here they have the celebrity golf class that's going to be coming up next month, in a few weeks, June 18th, on the Thursdays at the Brookside Golf Club in Rosemont Avenue in Pasadena. It's right there by the Rose Bowl, but they're celebrity golf classic. So you can bring your team, come out there and be a part of that. They also have the coming up, the Black Excellence Business Summit. They're going to be on the Queen Mary in Long Beach. That's Saturday, August the 22nd. So you can be a part of that. If you have, like I said, if you have a business, you can be a vendor there. You can be a volunteer. You can help out. There's just so many different ways that you can help out. And speaking of volunteering and getting out into the community, so this past week, on top of my birthday and going to the beach and getting a massage, I was participating in this fashion show. Now, this was a fundraiser. It was called Stepping Into the Roaring 20s. It was a fundraiser. It was about mental health awareness. So the month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And here we were participating in a fashion show, and we had, got to dress up and be in the Roaring 20s and put together the different little outfits. Now, this is me here. So one thing about this outfit right here, I actually made that outfit myself. Now, it was a last minute thing. I wasn't actually a part of this this fashion show for the entire thing. It was just the last few weeks, and I decided to do this. And the theme for this particular model walk was shimmer. Let's see, shimmer and shiny. Was it? I think it was shimmer and shiny, but that's what it was. And I made this outfit, I made this dress, I found the fabric, the two pieces of different fabric, and I decided to make this dress, and I just did it for this event. And we just had a ball. And these are some of the behind the scenes pictures. We were helping each other out. We were taking pictures of each other. We were just posing and just doing our own thing, just having a good time. This is me coming down the stairs after one of the walks. But it was just like, It was a lot of fun. And just participating in that, even people from the audience, they were like, oh, it looks like you guys are having a good time. It looks like you were having so much fun. We were having fun. We were helping each other, getting our outfits together, adding different little pieces or whatever, but it was just a really good time. So when I say that if you get involved in some local activities, local festivals, local events, whether you want to volunteer, whether you just want to be a part of it, whether you want to be a vendor, whatever that is, just get involved in some of the stuff that's local to you. That could be one of your things that you do on a monthly basis of, getting out of your comfort zone, challenging yourself to try something new, do something for the first time. Again, if you have any topics that you would like for me to discuss on MyTueSense, I encourage you to send me an email. And if you want to be a host, if you want to be a guest on here as well, you can send me an email to themelainoble@gmail.com. You can see that in the comments on the Facebook, and you can see it on the screen here. But send me a message. We do have a topic coming up, and we're going to talk about dyslexia. I'm not exactly sure which week that'll be. Maybe next week or the week after. We're going to have a guest on here, and we're going to talk about that. But if you have something that you want me to talk about, if you have something that you feel like it would be good to share that the community needs to know about, share that with me. Send me an email, send me a message, put a comment on this video, and I'll get it so we can talk about it. So if you want to be on the show, it doesn't matter where you are, because you can be wherever you are. As long as you have an internet access, you can get on the topic. We do StreamYard, we'll send you the link, whatever, and you can get on there. We can have a conversation just like you were sitting here right next to me. Isn't technology great? But yes, so again, like I said, if you want to discuss, you have a topic of discussing that you want to share with me, you have something that you want me to talk about, or if you want to be a guest on the show, just send me an email and we can set that up. It doesn't matter where you are, as long as you have the internet access. So again, I want to tell you, I want to challenge you. First, I want to tell you this. My 2 cents. I share my 2 cents. You share your 2 cents. And hopefully together we can make some sense and make some minute changes in our lives and in the lives of the people around us. I want to leave you with this challenge. And it's about my Darius Rucker for the first time, right? I want you to challenge yourself to do something for the first time, at least once a month. And if you can commit to that, and actually, if you just put it in the comments that I commit to, I'm going to do it, something every month. Do something for the first time, something you've never done before. You will appreciate for having done it. Like I said, my experience with getting my massage, even though I had a little bit of anxiety about it, I was a little nervous about it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed the horseback ride. I moved to California. I'm still here, right? My family is like, when are you coming back to Georgia? When are you moving back? But that was it. That's the show, guys. The topic again today was brave it out. Just do it. Do it afraid. Just do it. I will see you next week on My 2 Cents. Thank you for showing. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Have a great one.
One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here, to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea. Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.